everyone, my name is Kate Min, and this podcast is about financial freedom and travel, and to be exact, financial freedom through travel. I do have 14 years of experience in business, so I really have a lot of background to share with people how to grow their business in the travel industry, or how to travel and have fun and earn money on that, whatever you decide. But today the podcast is a little about different topic. I want to talk about mindset. And if you guys know that any change in life starts with a change in the mindset. We can't get anywhere we want to be to any goals that we're setting for ourselves if we first don't change the way we think. And honestly, it's going to be kind of like my personal experience today of sharing some insights that I had recently, even though I am working on my mindset for years now, and I definitely see results in life and in my attitude toward life and the way I see things. But there are couple things, regardless of how long we work on something, we still get, mindset, we still fall into its traps because we lived years that lifestyle. And one thing I have personally, hopefully, I know I'm not the only one, but hopefully maybe not as many of you have this problem, but I will still share because I know some of you and many of you probably will benefit from it, is comparing yourselves or results of your work, not necessarily myself as a person, but the things that I do and results I want to achieve to the other people. And I'm kind of person who wanted results yesterday. If I started something today, I really want results in a week. We all understand that it doesn't happen that way, and it does take time and consistency to get to where we want. But one example, that two insights that I had recently that really made me want to share this video with you is one of them, kind of like professional related to me, is me building my travel business and how I compared myself, but not fair comparison, and how our brain makes us think or makes us look at only certain things and think that we aren't doing something well enough. And luckily, I'm not at that stage that I will, if I compare myself to someone and I get to the point that, oh, I don't have results like those people do and I give up, I don't, but still have that feeling of dissatisfaction. And I guess to be more specific on, there is a person who's really successful in our team and she's doing awesome. And I'm looking at her at the same time frame. So for the last 5 months, I compare myself to her and thinking that she's doing so much better. She has so much better results than I do. And then I was like, what I'm doing wrong? I'm doing so much, and why I'm not getting the same results? But where I fell into the mind trap is her, and I don't know if you guys heard that phrase before. I did many times, but not until the situation, it just clicked and it made it clear for me. So the phrase that don't compare your beginning to somebody's middle way. And just taking last 5 months isn't fair to compare myself to her, because 5 months ago is when I just started. 5 months ago for her was 10 months into the journey. So at the time that I started, she already was doing that for 10 months. She had time to figure out all the issues, all the flaws, and have a strategy by then. So the progress just skyrocketed for her in the last 5 months, which for me, I'm just starting. I'm where she was a year and a half ago. But that's not how I looked at it. I looked for the last 5 months and see not getting the same result as she did, I was getting discouraged. Again, I still continue to do things. It's just personally, I felt that I don't get the results that I wanted until I looked at it as the whole picture. So I needed to look not at the 5 months time frame, but of results what I got in the first 5 months and the results she got in the first 5 months. I would say, it is a lot better to look at it from that perspective. However, if you can avoid comparing yourself to the other person, that is the best way. But if you fall into the trap like I do, at least you need to compare yourself to the similar time frame and situation in life and position, and not to whatever your brain tricks you to get into. And another thing, it's kind of related, it is related to my daughter. And after I've seen it yesterday, that's when I decided to share that with you, because it was another like aha moment that I had. So I don't know if you can see clearly. It's kind of like kids craft stained glass thing where you hang it on a big window and the sun will shine through it. And the reason I'm showing to it, so my daughter is not 5 yet, and there's a girl that I've been following online also for a while, and she has a daughter that is a little older than mine, about 7 months. And that girl is really great at drawing things. And again, I was looking at my daughter, and about 5 months ago, she wasn't as good at drawing as she is now. And I looked, and I knew that the other girl is older, but I also looked at mine and I was like, oh, she's not drawing as well. And obviously, luckily again, I went a long way, so I'm not transferring it to the kid, but just to myself, I was like, I might be doing something. And I understand all kids are different, but I see that mine likes to draw. And I was like, well, how to help her to draw better and just maybe she'll progress and why she's not drawn as well. So all the thoughts that went through my head. Well, I didn't do anything. I just the time went by. She grew up a little bit. And the reason I'm showing it to you because I don't know if you can see, she did it all by herself, but it's like perfectly symmetrical. And now with my well, like business mindset, I love symmetry. And just about 5 months ago, again, my daughter would do something like that with just random colors all like blended in together, all mixed together. But this one, it's like all the corners are exactly the same colors, everything matches perfectly. And again, it's one of those things I compare myself, not even myself, but the way my child did things to the other child and thinking that I'm doing something wrong, that my child isn't doing the things that other kids do, when in reality, all we need is just a little bit time sometimes. And she started drawing a lot better. I show it to you as coloring thing. You color this one, but she does the same with drawing. And seriously, all it is just the time that made the difference. And hopefully this podcast was helpful to you. Those are the two things that I wanted to share, that if you fall into trap comparing yourself to other people, it only would be fair to do it if you look at exactly the same situation and not just picking bits and pieces of it and making unfair comparison. But the best way, if you can just stay away from it and not compare yourself to any other people, that is the best solution. All you need to compare yourself is to the person you've been yesterday. And as long as you're getting better, as long as you're improving your life, as long as you're improving your habits and the things and doing the steps to the things you want to come in life, that's all it's needed to be successful. Hopefully this video was beneficial for you. Those of you who have the same issue as I do, that would be something you might be looking at differently now.